I think there is something, what I try to explain is there is something that is forgotten, but maybe forgotten on purpose. It is the idea that human rights, in order to be really universal, they need to be an act of faith. Because what is universality? Is the universe, as the name will say it. So the universe basically is greater than we are, like as simple individuals or objects around us. And so it's transcendent. Transcendence, that means that go through and go beyond something that is bigger, right? And so the real act of faith of the 18th century, it's an act that of belief, of faith, that is deep about the fact that the world is bigger than what it seems. So it could be God, it could be anything, but something that is not defined, that is not culturally defined like it was in traditions. That's the only difference. So that doesn't mean that you eliminate tradition like usually people say. On the contrary, it allowed tradition to develop everywhere, you know, because they all carry part of this transcendence. And at the end of the day, the only one that carries the transcendence more than it's the individual, because he has a direct relation, we'll say, with transcendence. So in a way, it's very, when we say, oh, is modernity compatible with Islam? I think modernity basically is Islam in this way, because it's a direct relation with a God that is actually doesn't have any representation. So that's exactly it. So maybe we could now, instead of pretending we are modernity, well, in fact, we have faked it since the 19th century, we could look to the south, this time to renew the real dream, the real promise of modernity. Because those people here, they believe in God, and so you need to believe in transcendence in order to implement universality, otherwise it's just fake, it's just cynicism, and it's what is becoming the West. I think it's not certain tools in particular. The problem, you know, in your question, you can see that you always think about tools, but we know the right tools, but that doesn't work. So it's not the tools, it's the heart, so it's the belief, it's the trust. So we have to restore desire. You know, when you're waiting for the love of your life under the rain, and you're not waiting the same way, like if we are saying, I just wait to survive, to do certain things, so in a very negative way, right? When you think it's because the love of your life, love is the capacity to be greater, bigger than you are. So the experience of the love for someone is also the experience of the love for God, or the love for the universe, of the love of something that is greater. So this experience is the experience that creates a real creativity. Because you can do things that you will not have imagined that you will do, because you really desire to do it. And that's the key. I would love this event to not be like the regular human rights event about, yes, it's so great, the human rights, and everybody knows it, and everybody likes it, and everybody agrees with it, but more talking about the desire for human rights, something really desirable, not treating the people of the earth like big kids, big children, you know, big children that are here, they don't do the right thing, etc., etc., etc. No, you need to create these. In fact, we need to create some kind of a mystical eroticism for human rights. So that way it will be desirable. That way people will want to be bigger, greater than they are. It's called heroism, and we need heroism today.